Louis Zamperini's life reads like an epic adventure of speed, war, suffering, and an unbreakable spirit. Born in 1917 to Italian immigrants in California, Louis was a wild child. He smoked, stole, and fought constantly. But then he discovered running, and it changed his life. By high school, Louis became a track star. In 1936, he made the US Olympic team and ran in Berlin. Though he didn't medal, he caught attention by sprinting the final lap faster than anyone else. The world expected him to return in 1940 and chase gold. But history intervened. World War II erupted, and Louis traded the track for the sky. He became an Air Force bombardier, flying dangerous missions over the Pacific. In 1943, disaster struck. His plane malfunctioned and crashed into the ocean. Of the 11 crewmen aboard, only 3 survived the crash. Louis was one of them. They clung to 2 small life rafts, drifting across the endless ocean. Sharks circled. Japanese planes strafed them with bullets. They had little food, little water, and no guarantee of rescue. Day after day they floated. They survived by catching rainwater in cans and spearing fish and birds with improvised hooks. 47 days passed. 1 man died. Louis and pilot Russell Phillips endured the longest recorded survival at sea for a US airman during the war. But their ordeal wasn't over. Instead of rescue, capture awaited. Japanese forces pulled them from the sea and sent them to prison camps. For over 2 years, Louis endured beatings, forced labor, and starvation. He became the target of a sadistic guard nicknamed the Bird, who tried to break him with constant cruelty. Yet Louis never gave in. When forced to hold a heavy beam over his head as punishment, he stood, trembling, exhausted, but unbroken. The guard eventually gave up, unable to break his spirit. Finally, in 1945, the war ended. Louis returned home a survivor. At first, he struggled with trauma, anger, and nightmares, but eventually he found healing, choosing forgiveness, even for his captors. Years later, he traveled back to Japan, meeting with former guards, offering peace instead of revenge. Louis Zamperini lived to the age of 97. His story became one of the most extraordinary tales of endurance in modern history. From Olympic runner to castaway adrift to prisoner of war, and finally to a man of forgiveness, Louis proved that the human spirit can outlast unimaginable suffering. What would you endure if you refused to let life break you? Louis Zamperini's story reminds us the body can be beaten, but the spirit can remain unbroken.